Hello, guys. Welcome to another day of market briefing, where we look at what's happening in the market, the capital market at ease with respect to the dollar index, which is what we have right in front of us, and a few other key instruments like the fiber, cable, gold, Bitcoin, and to say the list. Now, quickly, for the dollar, we have it as an interesting one. Much earlier, we talked about this key area here. We had an area here where the market seems to have bounced off of. And if you look, we had like resistance, support, a whole bunch of resistance, support, resistance, support areas, support, and areas that have acted as support and resistance as in the past, which obviously happen to be flip zones. So we had this push higher, and we can see we had this of a nice pin bar hammer candlestick pattern, which obviously was bullish, and then it has pushed higher to the next key area where we have resistance, support. Don't forget, flip zone is where we have support and resistance that have interchanged at one point in time in the past. So we always look to the left here, resistance, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, and now it's there. So as it's here in the dollar index, the question now is this going to be a break or a bounce? Whenever you're looking at any instrument, it's either a break or a bounce. Is it going to be a break or bounce here? If it's a bounce, we should expect the market to drop. And if it's a break, it should push higher, retrace, and then use that same place as a launching pad, based on flip zone, and then continue to push higher. Only time will tell us what the market wants to do. And then don't forget, we also need to be in tune with the um, calendar, always to be in tune with the calendar, where for the dollar for today, we only have one key data, the consumer confidence, by 3 p.m. West African time. This is the only high impact news that we have coming out today. As usual, based on the filter over here, we normally turn off the low, medium impact news. We want to look at the high impact because this is the one that's going to cause some serious volatility in the market. This is the one that produces the big candles that we normally see, and then we ask ourselves what's happening. But we only have for the dollar today. Well, all the same, when you look at the rest of the like majors like Euro USD, you need to also be aware that where the market is most likely will be a crucial place. Just like this Euro USD, the fiber that we have in front of us, if you look closely, this was an area of support. Remember for the USD, we said that if it should bounce from where it is, it should drop. So if it's going to drop prior to the rest of this week, and mind you, by the end of this week, we're going to have the end of the month of March, and we're also going to have the end of the first quarter in 2024, which obviously we should have some profit taking, should be, the order of the day for this week. Where it is now, it's now broken to the upside, and then don't be surprised if it pulls down and then use this area as a launching pad to push higher. Don't forget flip zones. We have support, some resistance here, and then don't be surprised as it's above here, it could as well act as support and push higher. So these are the things that we need to be aware of whenever we look at charts. And then apart from the fiber, we also like to look at like the gold, what's happening with the gold, the shiny metal. You can see we had this area here. This is the 4 hours time frame, and we're looking at the higher time frames, 4 hours daily or weekly, to find out the opportunities that we have going into next week, going into next month as well. So over here, we had this as a form of resistance here. And then you can see there was a breakout here, but I'll simply call this like an F4, a fake out, a false break over here, because as it broke out based on this massive candle, which was probably based on news, you can see big candle, but then immediately with this thread, with this wick, it showed that sellers came in hard and they ended up pushing it back below this area of resistance. So This might end up still acting as resistance, who knows? But as far as I'm concerned, I would like selling on the go. So you might as well pull back here. If this happens, we might have like a kind of head and shoulders pattern where this is the left shoulder, we have the head, and then we have like the right shoulder. So who knows? We have to pay attention and wait for the market to do its thing. We wait for the market to act. That's why it's called price action. And then we as traders, we just react when the market does its thing. So this could easily act as an area of resistance, right shoulder, in the head and shoulders pattern, and then drop further down. Who knows? Let's see how that goes. You have a key area here of support, and also here of support, which is yet to be tested. Sorry, here as resistance, which is yet to be tested as support. Right? This is yet to be tested as support. You can see this massive candle that broke out here. It is yet to pull back and test our support. So who knows? Gold might as well be going over to like the 2050 area. If that is the case, then based on the 4 hour time frame that we're looking at, this would be a good one if you get here to get an entry somewhere here and then hold it for about 8,200 pips. Yes, this is very, very possible. It's very, very doable. Okay, so this is the gold. And then finally, I want us to look at the Bitcoin, the father of all cryptos, as this is also an interesting one. And we have a lot of crypto traders. And of course, Bitcoin is the go-to cryptocurrency to trade. Here, resistance, resistance, support, support, resistance. And now it is back in this area. Will it act as resistance? That is the question. It is going to act as resistance, and we should say drop. So where it is now presently is a good area for entry. Please, as a quick disclaimer, our videos are strictly for educational purposes or not to be used as a form of signal. If you do take the trades, ensure you are using proper stop loss and you have calculated your risk management based on your account balance. So your volume, your lot size will be good to go before you enter any trade. And as usual, disclaimer, not all trades are going to be winners, which I'm sure you are already aware of. So here would be a good area, which is about the 51K level. I know traders are already calling for 100K since we've gotten to about 70, but who knows, it might as well drop to 51K area, 50K area before pushing higher. And if you put your Fibonacci here also from the lows here to the highs here, you see that this also matches with the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level. So this could also be a good one as a form of retracement, as a form of pullback for the buyers to get in and then hold it for a long period of time. And then maybe even break out from the highs over here that we had earlier this month, right? That's about 73, 74K. Who knows? It might as well break out and then push higher to the 100K that traders have been calling. Only time will tell, right? But with the analysis that we have conducted now, based on the likes of the fiber, based on USD, of course, the DXY fiber. You could also look at the cable, the Aussie, Kiwi, the yen, CAD, and the other major currencies that has to do with the USD as well, which comprises of the major currency pairs. Apart from them, you can look at Bitcoin or gold for opportunities in this week. Now, if we have anything based on intraday levels, I'll definitely share with you. If there's any updates or any adjustments or whatsoever, I'll let you all know. So with that said, I want to say thank you guys. Ensure to trade safely. And if you need the trade management robot, the trade management expert advisor that we have, the CSAF 4X version 1. We use this to help manage our trades. Just going to show you expert advisors, properties. We use this to help with stop loss placement, take profit. This is also equally good for scalpers, right? That don't have time to put stop loss, take profit, and so on. So you can have your break even parameters, pips, trailing stop, how many pips, how many percentage of your account balance you want to close. When it gets to maybe 30 pips profit or 20 pips profit, the choice is yours based on how your trading is. So you have the CSA F4X version 1 trading robot that you can make use of as well for trading ease and of course to help manage your trades. So if you're interested in that, send a DM, reach out to us, and then we'll hook you up with that. So with that said, thank you guys for joining us. It has indeed been a good one. Enjoy the rest of the day and don't forget to trade safely. Cheers.